This is the directory structure of Servlet. Suppose is our directory and directory. We can save all static pages in this folder, like HTML file, CSS file, JS file, image, audio file, video file. We can save all static pages in this folder. Suppose we want to save a dynamic page. For this purpose, we will create a subfolder within this folder. Okay, name is webinf, and this subfolder have two subfolder. First, classes. Second, is a lib, and a file within this subfolder. Name is webinf. Sorry, web.exe. Okay. So in main project file, we can save in static files like HTML, CSS, image, audio, video, this type of file we can save in a folder. But if you want to save a dynamic page, we will create a subfolder within this folder. Name will be webinf, and this subfolder contain two subfolder, classes and lib. Classes will contain the class file of servlet, and lib will contain the library file. Okay. Suppose we will create a servlet, so after compilation, it will generate a class file, and we will save that class file in this classes. We can create servlet anywhere in the system, but after compilation, when a class file will execute, that class file will save in this classes folder. Okay, and lib folder will contain the library file, and web.xml, that just like this is the main file of your project. It will contain the all information about your servlet. Okay, so suppose we have 10 servlets, so we will declare the all information about 10 servlet within the web.xml. This is web.xml. XML means extensible markup language. So here, any doubt, any queries? So in XML file, all XML file, XML means extensible markup language. It is a extension of your HTML. Uh, Here we also use tag, starting tag and ending tag. But here we can use user defined tag. Okay, so these tags will work on the basis of schema. So must be add schema. because each XML files contain different tags. So without schema, we can't execute this tags. Okay. So this web.xml have the root tag is web app. Okay. And this web tag have sub tag servlet, servlet tag. Okay. And this servlet tag have two sub tag, servlet name and servlet class. After that, this web tag contain another tag, name servlet mapping, and it have also the servlet name and URL pattern. Okay, so if I have multiple servlet, it must be declared here information of each particular servlet. Okay, like servlet name, here you can declare servlet name, here servlet class with package name, and servlet name is demo. So here again, you can declare the name, and here the URL. So this URL we can call this servlet. Okay, there is a web.xml file. Okay, but currently we are using annotation at the place of this web.xml file. But must we know about this XML file because we will use again we will use a Spring framework. Okay, so now I'm going to create an example of servlet. Okay, any doubt, any queries?
No, sir. It's okay.
Okay, now I'm going to create a new project. So file new here. I'm going to create a dynamic project. So here click dynamic web project. Click on this option. Here we can specify the project name like servlet web 1. Okay, version 3. Click on next. Okay, this is SRC. SRC folder main source folder. Here we will create the all servlets. Okay, and after compilation, it will generate the class file that will save in here. You can see this build slash classes folder. Within the class folder, it will automatically save the all classes file. Then click on next. Here, um, the context root means this is your project name, and web content is a content directly where we will create the all static pages. and generate web.xml deployment descriptor. Web.xml is also called deployment descriptor, but here we are using annotation at the place of this file, so we will not generate a web.xml file. And click on finish. Servlet is a server-side script, so we have need the server to execute this servlet. Okay, so you can
Mhm.
see here, this is directory structure. This is RC, where source folder where we will create the servlet, and web.inf folder, web inf folder have lib folder. Okay, and here we are using 3.0 version of servlet. So here we have not need of web.xml file. We will use annotation. Okay, so now I'm going to create a servlet. So click right mouse button in src, new, other, servlet, click your servlet, click on next. Here specify the package name like com.guru, class name, suppose demo, click on next. Here, this is a URL mapping. This URL, we can call this servlet. Then click on next. Here, these are the different methods. Like as you can see, this init, try, get servlet config, get servlet info, service, do get, do post. Okay. So currently, I'm going to use do get. So I remove the selection of do post. Only there is one method has selected. Name is do get. Then click on finish. Okay. Here we are using web servlet annotation at the place of dot with at the web.xml file. Okay. But here you can see this public class demo. This is class name and this is a URL. Through this URL we can call this servlet extend HTTP servlet. Okay. After that here do get and do get have two parameter HTTP servlet request, HTTP servlet response, and through the request we can get the request from the client side, and through the response we can send the response to client. So here you can see the response dot get writer. Get writer method, it will return the through the response we can send the message response to client side. So for this purpose we use get writer, append, serve at, and append gets context path. It will return the name of your project, and this is the only message serve at, and it will return the name of your packet, sorry, project name. But here you can see this, these are showing error because this is server side script, so we have need the of server. Okay, so now I'm going to download server. So type here download Tomcat, Apache Tomcat version 9. Okay, here Apache Tomcat 9 software command. Okay, here you can see this. Here code 32-bit Windows, 64-bit Windows. So according to your platform, you can download. You click. If suppose your system is 32-bit Windows, you click on 32-bit window. If your window is 64-bit window, so you click on 64-bit windows. If you want to use installer, so you can click on 32-bit or 64-bit window installer. Okay, but I'm using jar file zip file. My platform 64-bit Windows. So I will click on 64-bit Windows. But I have already this file, this server. So I'm not going to download it. Okay. So after downloading, we will get a zip file, and after extraction. So here you can see this. Here you can see this. This is Apache Tomcat file. Okay, this is a main. At after downloading, you will get a zip file name with Apache Tomcat file something. Okay, and after extraction, you will get this folder, and within this folder, we will get the actual folder of server. Okay, so here it's showing the error. Okay, so first of all, configure with server. Click right mouse button, click on build path, then click on configure build path. Okay, then click on library, then click on add external jar and select here obj 6. Sorry, I have need of server. So my server, save it, software folder, software. Here, this is Apache Tomcat. Open this folder. This is the actual server folder. Then click on lib, and here select Servlet API. Servlet API is a compiler of your servlet. Okay, so select here Servlet API, apply and close. And you can see this here, all error has removed. Okay, so this is servlet. Suppose we want to call the servlet. So for this purpose, we will create a HTML file. So all static page, we will create a web content. So click new, then click on HTML file, click on next, and name will be index.html. Here I specify the name index. Actually, mostly website have the main file name index. So index, next, click here next, and then click on finish. Okay, this is your HTML file. So we want to call that servlet. So for this purpose, we will use anchor tag href is equal to demo, and here I have declared home. Here save this. Okay. Now I'm going to execute this project. Here we are calling demo. URL of this servlet is demo. Here you can see this is the URL. I'm calling this URL. Now I'm going to execute it. Run as run on server. We have Apache Tomcat. So here select Apache. Tomcat 9, click on next. This is a Tomcat server name, Tomcat installation directory. So click on browser and my server exists on US. This is a Apache Tomcat. This is the main folder of server. So please select this. Click on select folder. This is the path. Then click on next. Our project has configured Servlet web 1. Then click on finish. And this is the first time here. So second time.
Mhm. Does it usually take this long?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Second time. Because I'm using this workspace. I'm using first time.
Yeah.
What happened? Hello, Jitika.
Okay.
Any problem?
No, no, I'm following that. It is first time I'm seeing the servlet, right? So I'm just seeing what you're doing and then just trying to understand from there.
Why you are saying first time?
Yeah, servlet I'm seeing for the first time. I worked on Spring Boot, but I don't know if I ever worked on, something like the
Okay.
code that you've written. It's new to me.
Actually, in Servlet, suppose you are working on MVC, so
Mm-hmm.
in controller, we create API or the service method. So that works as a servlet.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I utilized APIs that were already
Yes, yes,
written,
yes, yes, yes,
right? So I may have not seen this part,
yes,
what you're
yes, yes,
doing, right?
yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes, it's taking more time. Yes, 4% only.
Oh. So how many servlets are currently being created? Just one, right?
Yes, yes. Currently, I'm creating
Okay.
only one servlet. As per
Okay.
our need,
Mm-hmm.
we can create multiple servlet.
Mm-hmm.
But here, suppose we want to insert data in a database, so we will create a servlet. If you want to fetch the record from the database, so we will create another servlet. If you want to update and delete, so for each operation, we will create a
Mm.
particular servlet. But in
All right.
Spring Boot, we will create a controller class, and that controller class contain multiple APIs, service method,
All right.
and that method will work as a servlet.
And can these servlets also talk with database like
Yes, yes, each and
Oracle or
everything.
SQL? Yeah.
That method,
Okay.
that's your API is basically a servlet will work in the background. Oh, no.
Oh,
Wait,
oh,
wait, wait. So
okay.
port number, I will change the port number, And again, I'm going to try to execute it. For 8080 Oracle used 8080 port number. Okay, so you can see here Guru School home, click on home, and you can see this. Okay, and we want to
Right.
execute this thing on the web browser. So here we can select web browser Chrome. Okay, now again I'm going to execute it. So do you know about JSP?
Yeah,
Okay, but you don't know about Servlet.
that's right.
Okay, so click on home, then you will get here. Okay,
Okay. Yeah.
so we can call it. Okay, so suppose here we want to transfer some information from the front end. For this purpose, we can
Mhm.
create form like S2.
If we have to write any JSP, will it be here?
Yes, yes, yes.
Oh.
We can use directly JSP, no problem. But
Mhm.
basically, as a controller, we use Servlet. So I want to
Okay.
introduce
Okay.
Servlet.
Mhm.
PWD, you name it will contain the values. So input. Okay, suppose we want to transfer this value to demo class. Okay, so we
Mhm.
have two methods to transfer the values, get and post. So currently I'm going to use get by, and it is also using get by default is get. But if you want to transfer value, more values, so we can use post. So first of all, I'm going to remove it, no problem. By default, it will be get. Now I'm going to execute it, save this file, and we want to get these values in the servlet, demo servlet. So open servlet here, and here, I remove. To the request, we can get the value from the front end. So request dot get parameter and specify the name like new name, and it will return a string value. So here we can save this value in a variable, string variable, same as we can save other values. Okay, and now suppose we want to return the response to client. So for this purpose we use response dot get writer. And get writer return the object of print stream. Print writer, sorry. Print writer. And we can specify a variable name. We can specify any variable name. And here we have not need of is append and okay. After that, we are going to create a dynamic page. So with the help of out.print, we can create the a dynamic page and dynamic page means HTML plus Java. Same as we can print password. Okay. Now I want to execute it. Refresh it. Okay. Username password. We can input any name, any value which as a username. Click on login. You can see that it's showing the our page for this purpose. HTML. HTML body. Again, I'm going to execute it on login. And you can see username, password, confirm. Here you can specify anything like on login. And you can see this. Okay. So from front end, we can transfer the value to the HTML, user and password, and we can get the value in servlet. Okay. Same as we can use a JSP at the place of servlet, no problem. Okay, because JSP is the extension of servlet, and we use the tag at the place of this code. Okay, and here suppose we want to apply any condition, so we can do this like if usr dot equals suppose username is admin and pss dot equals admin at the rate 123. Else we can print correct username and password. Okay. Again, I'm going to execute it here. Suppose record login. Incorrect username and password. If you have declared here admin, admin at the rate 123. Click on login. You can see the username and password. Okay. If you want to, so if you want to use CSS, you can. We can use each because it's a dynamic web page, and you can use each and everything as per your need. Like suppose you want to use CSS, and same as okay. Again, I'm going to execute it. Click on login. You can see incorrect username or password. You have declared here admin, password, admin at the rate 123. Click on login. You can set it. Welcome admin and password. This is password. Okay. Hello.
Yeah, yeah, okay, sir.
Suppose we have any other servlet. We are going to create another servlet. SP5. Click on next. Suppose name is display. Click on next. Finish. This is another servlet, and we want to print anything like this is sorry, this is JSP file. Sorry for this. I'm going to create another servlet. Servlet. Servlet name is success, data, and finish. Okay, same values here. So here you can see this. Here transfer the value by default method is a get. If we will pass any values from here, let's see this. Suppose here we print. See, you can see this value will show on the address bar because we are using get. You can see this. Okay, but if you are but security purpose is not good, so we will use here method post. Okay, here we are using post. So in demo we will use do post. Save this file and try again. Press this. Here we can input anything. You can log it. As you can see this, it will not show the address bar. Okay, so it is good for security. And here, suppose you want to transfer this values. If you want to call any servlet within this servlet, so for this purpose, suppose we want to display this. Okay, yes, on the same page. So here, use request dispatcher rd is equal to request dot get request dispatcher, and here I want to show same information, same message on same page like index.html. So here we can specify the index.html. Okay, and rd we can include value of request and response also here and save this file. Now again I'm trying to execute it. Okay, this is the home, and here I'm going to input admin, and suppose here add 4. Okay, click on login, correct username or password, so it will show the same page. Okay, so for this purpose you can use request dispatcher. If you want to call servlet, if you want to transfer these values to servlet, it is also possible here. So for this purpose we can use here request dispatcher rd is equal to request dot get request dispatcher, specify the name of servlet, it is success. If username and password are correct, then it will call success folder. And here rd dot forward request response, and we will use this information because if it will correct, okay, if admin and username and password are correct, so it will call success folder success servlet. So we will show this information first of all, get the values. Same thing we can use here. Print model HTML. Get this file. Try to execute it. Again, I'm going to execute it. Here. If username and password are correct, so it will call success servlet admin address 123. Click on login and you can do this. Okay. So if you want to call any other page, so we can use request dispatcher. Through this request with dispatcher, we can call any page like HTML page, JSP page, or servlet. And here we are transferring the request and response. Means we can access. Actually, here we are transferring these values to demo, but we want to access this value on successful servlet. So for this purpose, we can transfer these values with the help of request dispatcher. It will transfer the all value of request and response to success servlet, and we can access the all values on success. Okay. So if you want to transfer the values on another servlet, we can use the request dispatcher. And same as if you want to include the response to another page, we use request dispatcher plus include method. Okay. Hello.
Sure, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah.
Now I'm going to share it. At next, we will perform same operation through the JSP. In JSP, we use tag at the place of this type of coding. So JSP is easier than servlet. That is the extension of servlet, but and uh, we use JSP in front end. We can't use
Mhm.
as a controller
Right.
for security purpose.
Yeah.
Okay, so we use servlet as a controller.